When we talk about the next Elder Scrolls game, we're not just talking about another RPG drop. We're talking about the successor to Skyrim, one of the most iconic open-world games ever made. So today, we're breaking down what players can realistically expect when we finally step back into Tamriel. First, world design. After years of open-world evolution, the next Elder Scrolls almost has to go wider and deeper, with fewer copy-paste caves and more handcrafted locations that each feel like they have their own purpose, history, and secrets. Expect regions that feel dramatically distinct in culture, architecture, and atmosphere. Coastal cities with bustling ports, harsh deserts or mountain passes with dynamic weather, and dense forests or ancient ruins where the environment itself tells you who lived and died there. NPCs will likely be a huge step up from Skyrim's walk around and say the same line behavior. Fans are expecting characters with more complex schedules, better AI, and memory of your actions so that choices in early quests come back to you hours later in unexpected ways. On the role-playing side, the series almost certainly leans harder into choices that actually matter. Joining guilds and factions could lock you out of others. Political decisions might shift regional control, and your reputation could change how guards, shopkeepers, and even random travelers react to you. Combat is another huge area where the next Elder Scrolls has room to grow. So imagine smoother first-person and third-person animations, more weight behind every swing, block, and spell, smarter enemies that use flanking and cover, and deeper build options so a stealth archer, battle mage, paladin, necromancer, or pure assassin all feel dramatically different in how they play moment to moment. Magic could get a big overhaul too, with more creative spell interactions, combining elements, altering terrain, buffing allies, or debuffing entire rooms in a way that makes playing a mage feel less like firebolt spam and more like tactical control of the battlefield. Progression will probably remain flexible and open, but expect refinements. Clearer skill lines, better perks, and hybrid builds that reward experimentation without turning you into a master of everything too quickly. On the technical side, we can almost guarantee a major upgrade. Next-gen lighting that makes sunsets over Tamriel feel photoreal, weather systems where storms roll across the landscape instead of just flipping a skybox, more detailed armor and creature designs, and audio that pulls you in with subtle ambient sounds, distant dragons, and tavern music that shifts based on where you're sitting and who's playing. Quests will likely push into more cinematic territory, bigger set pieces, more unique boss encounters, and multi-stage storylines that stretch across regions, while still letting you stumble into weird side stories by reading a random note or exploring an unmarked ruin. Another thing we can absolutely expect is a strong focus on mod support. Bethesda knows mods kept Skyrim alive for over a decade, so the next Elder Scrolls will almost certainly lean into that with powerful tools, better stability, and maybe even in-game ways to discover and manage community content, letting players reshape the game with new quests, overhauls, and wild, lore-friendly or lore-breaking creations. Online elements might show up in softer ways, shared challenges, leaderboards, or optional co-op systems. But at its core, the next Elder Scrolls is almost guaranteed to stay a single-player, story-driven experience where you are the center of the world. Ultimately, what we can expect is a game that tries to keep what made Skyrim legendary: freedom, exploration, and emergent storytelling, while pushing deeper role-playing, better combat, more reactive NPCs, and a richer sense of place, so that every time you crest a hill or step into a new city, it feels like entering a living slice of Tamriel. If you're hyped for the next Elder Scrolls game, let me know in the comments what you want to see most. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Elder Scrolls breakdowns, lore dives, and RPG content.